figured it out. I got it to go live. Yay! So I'm going to show you how to do a napkin decoupage. These are some items I have done. This is a picture frame, and this is a napkin that I decoupaged onto just a wooden frame, and I actually use the center cardboard to decoupage on as well. That's just one when you need something, when you're trying to find something, you can't find it when you're in a hurry. But these are just little wooden cutouts that I got at Hobby Lobby. Use the same napkins to decoupage with little birds and some little flowers. So I have these. We were talking about doing it on shoes. So I don't have a pair of shoes, but these are curved, kind of like shoes would be. And I didn't grab my scissors. Of course, I'm going to need some scissors because I want to cut it out. You can just tear it. You can just wet it and tear it. Let me find some scissors real fast. They're usually right here. Of course, they're not today. Of course not. In the Cricut. I had to Cricut, so I've got some scissors. Sorry about that. Okay, so I'm going to pick out which napkin, which I haven't done it yet. There's this pretty bird. I got a lot of these napkins. I was in a napkin club, and also I bought a lot at Tuesday Morning before they went out of business, and Dollar Tree. Got a few at Dollar Tree. These pretty. These are from the little napkin club I was in. That one's really pretty, and I like this one. I think I'll use this one. Okay, what you do is you're going to take your napkin, and you probably want to go ahead and put your decoupage on here, but I'm going to show you how to do the napkin first. Whoops. Let me put this down a little bit. You're going to take your napkin, and there's going to be 1 to 3, well, probably 2 to 3 layers of tissue here so that you can wipe your mouth. And you can take a little water on your fingers, like that. I just stuck my fingers in the water, and you're going to touch it and see if you can pull it apart. And it almost came apart, so you just reach in there, and there's 1 layer. I may not have 3, I may just have 2, and you pull it apart like that. But just to be sure, because 2 layers will not work, you have to have just 1 layer. So I'm going to see if you have a little piece of washi tape, which again I didn't prepare. Oh, yep, there's another layer. So it looks like you only have 1, but there's 2. So I'm going to pull that one off. You can put a little tape on both sides and pull it apart too. You can save this and print on it if you want to, or use it as a napkin. So now I just have 1 layer, and you can see on the back of it, if it's too white, it's probably 2 layers. So we're going to, let's do the big one. Now I have different kinds of Mod Podge, and I don't know which one would be waterproof of this group for using on a shoe, but we're going to start with just learning to do napkins, and maybe I'll do a shoe layer. You can use acrylic medium as well. There's different Mod Podges here. This is gloss. This is matte. This one is matte acid free. I would think they all would be, but apparently they're not. And Duraclear, you can say it, Duraclear. Deco Art will work. I also have some triple thick. I don't know that that is waterproof, but if it is, you could paint that over the top of it and it would keep it from messing up if you got your shoes wet. Uh, One coat on hard surfaces, extra thick glaze adds depth. I don't know that I want to put this on shoes because it's extra thick. Yeah, I don't know. You want something that's going to be pliable so your shoes will move. You don't want to be wearing clogs, like they don't bend or anything. So, since this is already painted a light color, I'm not going to paint it white. Normally I paint white. And then I'm going to just play a little bit and just place the flowers on here and see where I want to put them, cut them before I put the Mod Podge down. Let's see. This one may be too much. Maybe I'll just do, this is, I got this at the Goodwill. Somebody had taken flower pots. They're just the clay pots and glued them together. And I thought, oh, I'll take them apart and use them. I couldn't take them apart. They would not come apart. I'm sure I would have broke them if I'd kept trying. So they are going to be what they are. Whatever they are. Not real sure, but that's what they're going to be. I'm just going to cut out a piece of the napkin here around the flowers. You could just cut the flowers out if you wanted to. I think I'll just, this is just so you can see how to do this. So and I'll show you what I also do after I put it down sometimes that I really like to do. So this is, you can see this is not even. It's kind of wrinkly. I think I want to just make it that circle inside there and not curve it, but I will curve it over here. So let me pick a flower I want to put right there in the center. This is the only napkin of this one I have, so if I mess it up, I'll have to pick out another one. I think I'll take this pink one. And I'm going to use that right in the center. I'm not going to worry too much about it being perfect because it's not going to hurt it. It's not going to matter. So I'm going to put that right in the middle. So I'm going to go ahead and do that one. You can see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to take this piece of napkin that I cut out. I think I will use, I use different things so I can test it out. We'll use a gloss luster on this. Probably not supposed to shake it that much, but mine have been setting for a while, so they're probably runny. I don't want to use my good brush because it's Mod Podge. Mod Podge does not come out of brushes, so you don't want to use your best brush. Oops. Oh, my camera brushes over here. I think this one's had some Mod Podge before. I'm just gonna get it on there and lay my flower down. And when you do that, you want to work from the center out because it's going to have little bubbles if you don't. And then I'm just brushing it out. Oh, hey, I got some people watching. Cool, it's working. I'm so excited. So I got it smooth. And then I'm going to take some more Mod Podge and I'm going to go over the top of it. And that will seal it. I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see what you're saying. Oh, it says hi. So I'm just gonna put a little more on there. Remember which one I was using, right? The gloss. I almost forgot which one I was using. I'm going to pour a little more in there. And then I'm just going to very carefully, because if you don't do it carefully, it will tear. So you just want to be very careful, and it will dry clear. And I'm going over the edge and just doing around that outside edge so it doesn't show. I may just go ahead and do all of this so it'll be glossy. Like that. And then it'll dry clear. I want to see how, or show you how, experiment, how to go around it, because that's a little difficult. And when you do shoes, you're just going to have to like be real careful that you don't get wrinkles. You're going to get wrinkles. It's not a big deal. You'll get wrinkles. So let's do around it. Let's do a different Mod Podge on this, on going around it, because we want to try different ones. This is the matte. I'll try the matte. And that one's, I guess, not been opened. Don't you hate opening these things? If you go opposite, it helps. Just find something to pour it in. Pour it on. There we go. All right. Aw, how sweet. Okay, I'm going to go put some of this on here. And I'm not going to do the whole thing. I'm just going to do a little bit at a time, because then it will dry before I get to it. You just have to put more on there. So let's see, do I have a piece cut out right here? So I'm just going to use it and just lay it on here. Carefully. And don't worry about if it doesn't, like, if that doesn't have much, we'll take that off. I just did it on actually that part, I think. Do some more under here. And you can overlay it too. You can layer it. And again, it can have wrinkles. So this part is not covered. I'm going to put some water on it and just tear that part off. I hope you can see that. It's hard to do it and then make sure you can see it. So leave on what you want, take off what you want, it doesn't matter. Let's see, let me put a little more on top to make sure it sticks. And then I'm going to show you what I do, what I like to do. So there, I've got that much on there. I've got that little thing. And that way you can see how to do it. And you just kind of like, just wrap it, just kind of curve it. And then you can just add to it. Just take another piece. Let's see, I'll do another piece. Give me another piece here. Or you can take a different napkin and do a different design with another napkin. This is getting messed up here. Sloppy. I'm getting a little sloppy. What are you? Let's see what this is. Oh, this is a candle holder, I guess. You could do it either way. I'm not even sure what it is. But I'm just using the flowers to decorate it. So I'm going to add another one over here on this side. I'm just going to take one that I cut out here and just layer it down there on top of the one I just did. And just add that to it. And then I'm going to wet that again and peel that extra part off. Then take my brush, put a little water on there, and then that will just pull that paper right off. And then I'm going to add some more of the Mod Podge over the top to seal it. Like that. Now I'm going to do what I like to do. Oh, like it's the same way as me. All right. Now I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to paint on the flower pot with the napkin. So I'm going to grab some of my paints over here. Oh, what colors do I want? I want white and red. What's that red? Red and yellow, so that I can make some pink. Maybe need some leaves. Let's get some green. All right. We've got some yellow. This is Pyro Red Light. The yellow is Hansa Yellow Opaque. They no longer make it, but there is another one you can use in its place. And white, so we can make it pink. And then I want some green, because we might want to add a few little leaves on there. It's not dry yet. It needs to be a little bit drier. But this part, I can paint on this part without it being dry. We're going to try it. We're going to try it and see. Yay. Let's see what I got here. What brushes do I have that I want to paint? Okay, I'm just going to use this brush. It's just a little flat brush. I'm going to start with it. And this is all pink. And it's got a little yellow here. So I'm going to take a little yellow. And I'm just going to like cover a little bit on top of it. This is just extra. This is not something that you have to do. I just like to add a little bit of color, a little bit of paint, and then it looks like it's painted. So I'm going to take let's take the one. Oh, that's actually peach. It's actually this color. So maybe I'll just add a few more stems to go with it. Give it a little more color there. Makes it stand out. Okay, let's make some pink. I have to clean the brush. I just got it wet. But I'm going to take the red and the white. Can y'all see that? And make pink. I got it too watery, but that's pretty close. And I'm going to paint some of that pink flower too. And I think I'll just add a flower here. And I'm just going around. Just going around. And a little, I would call those, can you see that? I'm sorry. It's hard to do it. I should have put it on top. Kind of looks like a rose. A lot over here. Parentheses, just little parentheses back and forth to make my flowers. You know what? I can make some around the bottom here. Let's do some around the bottom. If you hit it by accident like I just did, just keep going. Don't worry about it. And sometimes I just throw in two or three different colors to give it some shadowing. Let's do some yellow. This is more of a peach flower. It's not even a flower. It's just a nothing. I'm just making circles. This is more orangey. I need a yellow one. Do a yellow one. Where am I at? Right here. The brush is not going to let me do yellow yet. And let's do a red. Let's do a red one right here. This is going to be short, but next I get carried away. Let's, you know what, I think I'll just draw. I think I'll just draw. I think I'll just paint a strap around it. Just getting creative. If you can see that. This is actually the top of the flower pot. I love painting flower pots. They're fun. Trying to do it so you can see it. And a lot of what I do is, like, if I'm doing the napkins that I want to paint, the napkins give me a kind of a idea of what to paint. I just use the pictures on the napkin to paint the flower pot. Let's see, that one didn't go down all the way. And it's very rough. Mediterranean, I guess. Very rough. What do you think? Now I'm going to go over here to the one that I painted. I'm going to add a little bit of color to it because it's just one color. So I'm going to throw in some yellow in there. I think I'll just go ahead and throw in some red too. If you can see it. I have to be able to see what I'm painting. Okay, and now I'm going to paint, just throw in some colors kind of into the flowers here. I know they're still wet, but I'm just going to throw some in there. And I might as well paint some up here, hadn't I? And that's really pink, and this red isn't making it really pink, especially with the yellow in it. See if I can make a pinker pink. Probably because it's an orange red. I could have got some pink out, but I didn't. Let's see if I can just throw in some pretty petals. And we want some leaves because, you know, flowers have leaves, right? We need some leaves. Oh, thank you. I'm going to do a little bit of yellow green and a little bit of green. Where are we going to put the leaves? I think I'll put the leaves in between these flowers. I'm going to have to come around here so I can see what I'm doing. And it's just like a little splash. Kind of a little like that. And in between each one, I'm putting just a little bit of green. Nothing big deal. Like that. Maybe throw a little green up here. Just a little here and there. There's a leaf. I'll just put a little bit on top of that leaf. Their leaves are kind of light. And if you want to paint any more of it, you could paint this bottom here, paint up here, whatever. So there you go. And maybe I'll paint around the top of there. Maybe later. I'm going to let that dry. So that's how you decoupage a napkin. And if you want to, you can paint on the napkin. One of my favorite napkins that I did was a painting, and then I used the napkins for the sides, and then I painted over it, but I couldn't find it. So if I find it, I'll post a picture for you on my Facebook page. But I just had some things to show you could decoupage. This would be cute to put a napkin on. You could take the whole piece, if it's one design, and that would be so cute. But I need to paint it white first. So there's that. You could take this. I would paint, like, you could just do the sides and paint over it and then put the flowers on both sides. Or you could just paint over that and cover it if you wanted to. I got this at Five Below. I'm not weird. I'm a limited edition. But if you don't like that, you can paint that and then decoupage over it, or paint a picture. Or you could just turn it around and do the back. And I do that sometimes. So, also, just a piece of wood. Just a piece of wood. And decoupage that. I take these and paint on them. So, there's all the different things you can do. Ooh. Stick it in the paint. Oops. So there's the different things you can do for decoupaging a napkin. So if you have any questions, yours got ruined. You were doing a napkin and it got ruined. I'm sorry. But you know, just sand it and do it again. I mean, you just sand it off. You can just sand it off and do it again, or paint over it. Just paint over it. So, does anybody have any questions that I can answer? I've been doing this for a long time, so I've done it with matte medium, but we're looking at finding something that's waterproof. I didn't try the varnish, but I bet that would be waterproof. But I'll try some other ones and see if they're going to be waterproof or not. So that should do it. And I'll figure out how to turn this off. My first time on YouTube. Thank you for watching. This has been great. I may have to do another one. Tell me what you want to see, and then I'll see about doing another one. All right. Thanks for watching. Bye. I guess I'm still alive. How do you stop this thing? Oh, there we go. See you later. Later. Love you. Let's see how you do that. Love you.